no, One Nation's falling in the polls. Labor's winning. It's over for One Nation. These latest polls show One Nation is finished. That's what the left-wing people will have you believe. That's what these radicals are out there saying about the current polls with One Nation. But let's go over this. Let's have a look at the polls because One Nation has dropped in the polls. Let's talk about what this means and what's really going on in Australia with these polls. So, we've got the new federal voting here. So ALP has gone up 1 point. One Nation has dropped 5.5 points, and the Liberal Party has gone up 4 points, the coalition. And then the Greens have dropped another half a point, and then we've got others, of course. So the two-party preferred as well, out of Labor and the Liberal Party, they've got 53% to Labor and 46% to the Liberal Party. And then between Labor and One Nation, we've got 53% to the Labor Party and 47% to One Nation. So the media is having a storm with this. We're going to talk about why it's happened, what could be the reason, and what do we expect going forward. So really, we got to remember where we've come from. This is still a historic poll for One Nation. They came from nothing to beating the Liberal Party, being the second preferred party in Australia. So that's already massive. And polls are always going to go up and down up until an election, depending on what the mass media machine is pushing out there. And trust me, since Pauline Hanson's speech, attack on multiculturalism, that she wants it finished, that has caused a frenzy from the media that I haven't seen yet against One Nation. We know they've already been doing hit pieces non-stop, but this is next level since she went against our mainstream agenda, getting rid of multiculturalism, wanting to stop mass migration, not turn into a Muslim country. All these things she said in her press conference speech that freaked the mainstream media out in their globalist communist agenda, in my opinion. That's what's happened. So it could be many things. It could be that they've been putting out that because she wants a monoculture means she doesn't want anyone here who isn't white, which is completely ridiculous. We've debunked that over and over again. She even says in her speech that we are multiracial, but we have to be monocultural, meaning one culture, Australian culture, aka coming here to assimilate like every single other immigrant has always done in Australia, to join Australian culture and put Australia first when you live here. Now they're coming here and telling them not to assimilate. We'll set you up your own suburb and you can have your old culture that you're trying to run away from in that suburb. It doesn't work. It will never work. That's why social cohesion is failing. That's one of the big things going on at the moment. But also, let's talk about Gina Rinehart. Gina Rinehart went out there and the mainstream media is running with it because they've already been pushing that One Nation isn't for the people because they're supported by a billionaire. Like every other party isn't already. So they've been pushing this mass propaganda, but then Gina Rinehart went out there and then said she wants to give Israel free land and Elon Musk to, give us weapons, space programs, etc., etc. Now, I've already done in a live stream talking about this a lot. Obviously, I disagree with giving anyone Australian land. I don't mind leasing it if they pay, but I do not want ownership from overseas owning our land. But Gina Rinehart was talking about making deals with these people, having them have their factories here to give us jobs, to give us technology, to give us defense for our military. That's what it was really about. If you watch her full speech, that is what it is about. She wants to give them an area, I believe in Townsville, to have a factory so we can develop weapons here, drones, etc. That's what it was really about. So it was more of a trade than just free, just give everything for no reason. That was never the case, but regardless, One Nation has come out saying we disagree with Gina Rinehart. We don't support that. Just because she's a donor to One Nation doesn't mean they're going to agree on everything. Like any donor. Everyone has different opinions, but One Nation does not stand for that. They stand for Australia first and Australian land owned by Australians. We know that. I'll show you this clip by Malcolm. Sorry, the voice is a bit out because it is from a live stream, but it just shows you even him doubling down, saying we disagree with Gina Rinehart wanting to give free land away.
Party meeting every morning. She said that she told Gina Rinehart she disagreed with her position. And I just reiterate that the second point that we need to say is that Gina Rinehart is a private citizen, just like anyone here in this country. She's entitled to have her say. I disagree with her. Pauline disagrees with her. but she's entitled to have her say.
That's clear as day. We disagree with her, but she's entitled to have her say. But we disagree. So there goes that mainstream media pushing that they've been pushing the last few weeks, attacking One Nation over someone else's comments. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that's been debunked now. So it's pretty much like what's happened is there's a mass media machine, a two-party, uni-party preferred system, plus every single mainstream media nearly attacking One Nation, yet they are still up there as the second preferred party. This is a massive win. And charts are always going to go up and down. You can't just keep going up all the time. You know, if you do anything in life, things go up and down. You have good days, you have bad days. Like, even look at my charts. If you just looked at that, you'd go, oh no, it's crashing, it's horrible. But then if you look at the bigger picture, it's continued to go up. And that's what you need to look at. The bigger picture here. We're going up. One Nation is winning. Just look at Fire the Lie. Nearly $5 million in donations. That's historic. And look at the heat map showing all Aussies around the country support this movement. Even as they're mass importing votes, it's not stopping One Nation. That's what's really going on. So don't freak out. We are still winning. We're winning so much you're going to get tired of winning.
We're going to win so much. We're going to win at every level. We're going to win economically. We're going to win with the economy. We're going to win with military. We're going to win with healthcare and for our veterans. We're going to win with every single facet. We're going to win so much you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more.
I love that clip. But, you know, we're winning. We are winning as a nation, as One Nation. We're voting to put Australians first, to get rid of the uni party, to get rid of communism, socialist agenda, globalization, mass immigration, getting rid of our culture, dividing everyone by race and skin color. We want to be one under one flag Australian. And that's what it's about. And that's why we're voting. So don't let these left-wing lunatics act like One Nation is over just because the polls dropped a tiny bit. So what? Polls are going to go up and down. What matters is election day, and we're fucking coming for it as we expose Albo more, and all these left-wing lunatics out there celebrating shows we have much more work to do to prove that Australia is ready for change, and we don't want to continue under the same two-party system that puts Australians second and makes us poor and just wants to tax us instead of generating wealth. That's not what we're doing anymore. So thank you for all the support. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Join to be a member if you want to show some extra support. And if you're on Facebook, come over to YouTube and join in on the live streams. It's a lot of fun and we speak about these topics in depth together. So thank you all for joining. Keep speaking up for Australia and I'll see you in the next video.